Hey, how's it going, everybody? Thanks for checking out Exilestate Comics. I'm Justin, doing a haul for books that I picked up on May 10th. So, all the books I picked up on May 10th really wasn't that big of a week, so that was a good thing. It's rare that those come about. But also, if you didn't check it out, on Sunday, I do Sunday Morning Comics over here live stream. And on last Sunday, I actually went through and cut the pull list. Started with, and I just did Marvel and DC. Excuse me. And I kind of explained that. Just because independents are few and far between as compared to the amount that I was getting from Marvel and DC. So started out with a large number and was able to cut a good chunk out. So definitely check that out. But hopefully that will be reflected going forward, and I'll try to limit the new series a bit. Try to get more into back issues as I need to fill in some runs, and there's some runs I want to pick up. So, okay, if you're first time here, I definitely appreciate you checking it out and letting me ramble there at the beginning. Wow, apologize for that. But let me go ahead and give a couple plugs. On Tuesday nights, everybody check us out over at JLS Comics. You can find the link in the description below. We do Tuesday's ComiConversation, talking about comics, pop culture stuff, movies, whatever you can think of. We'll probably talk about it. And then we have awesome guests sometimes also, so you never know what's going to happen. It's a great time. I got a dog flipping out underneath me over here. And of course, check out Strictly Comics. It's always great content going up over there from Edwin. I do an abbreviated haul, which I've kind of skipped on the last couple weeks, and I apologize for that. That'll be coming back this week also. And of course, check out comicbook.com. Always got great articles going up there. And if you're looking to write for a comic book website, give me a shout. We might be able to work something out. All right. So, if you're first time here, what I'm going to do is go through the books that I picked up this week, talk about them a little bit as I go, and then I will jump over and go through the comments from last week's new Comic Book Day haul. So, that's what it is. So, definitely leave a comment this time, and I'll go over it in next week's haul, which will realistically be in just a couple days. Alright. Okay, so let's just jump into the books. The only independent I picked up this week, Book 3, the finale to AD Afterlife from Jeff Lemire and Scott Snyder. So, I don't know. I have not read any of this. First two issues, I haven't read them. I don't know why I'm putting it back there, but I am. Haven't read any of those. Because of the format and everything, I wanted to wait until I had the complete story, and then I will read it. And if I love it, I will keep it, and if I don't, I may not. Who knows? Alright. Normal size books that I got this week. Let's go through those. We got Detective Comics 956. Yes. Excellent. I got the B cover, which I thought was just awesome. This is the end of the League of Assassins, right? League of Shadows, sorry. The finale, the duel. Awesome. Last issue was crazy. We saw Orphan just going nuts against all these ninjas. It was awesome. Love Cassandra Cain. She's really, really cool. Alright, whatever. Next up, we got Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows, issue number 7. Very, very cool cover here with Magneto and Peter going at it on the front, or in the foreground here, and in the background we got Mary Jane and Annie. As you can see, this is like my favorite Spider-Man book right now. Wolverine. Yeah. So, if you're down on Amazing Spider-Man right now, pick up Renew Your Vows. Jerry Conway is doing a great job writing this book. It feels much more Peter Parker like. Okay. These are all weirded, mixed up. Next up, we're gonna go with Titans. This is Titans issue number 11. We're starting the Lazarus Contract, which, just for the sake of reading this story, I think it crosses over with Teen Titans and maybe Deathstroke, so I may pick up those issues just to keep up with this storyline. Yeah, Teen Titans and Deathstroke. But of course, we got Brett Booth doing the art. I mean, this thing just opens up awesome. Just opens up and looks good. I'm telling you, man. Deathstroke, Scott Wally. Good book, good book, good book. Alright. Next. See, there is a bonus in here. I did pick up a variant cover. Like an actual variant cover this week. So, that will be coming. Along with this, here we go. With all new Wolverine. This is issue number 20. Really killer story here. I already read this one. One of the best books out of Marvel right now. Just because Tom Taylor, I don't talk about this book that much, but Tom Taylor's really been doing a good job. I was on this book in the beginning, jumped off, jumped back on, and have been back on for a few issues now, and I've really enjoyed it, and gone back and picked up the other ones also. But we got a virus that's kind of affecting everybody except Laura. So we got a team of scientists working on trying to figure out what's going on, and who was it comes up with it? I don't know. Somebody at the end comes up with it, and it's really cool about how they're able to potentially cure this virus. I don't know how they're gonna do it on a widespread scale, but really good story. I like Gabby in here too. It's kind of like a fun dynamic for the Wolverine book. So, and along those same lines, I picked up the variant for this book. So, Laura and Gabby passed out on the couch after reading Macbeth. Very nice, very nice. I thought it was a really cool cover, and it seems like it's got some buzz around it right now anyway also. Alright, next up, we're going to go with Red Hood and the Outlaws. This is Red Hood and the Outlaws, issue number 10. One of my favorite series out of DC. After, again, like I do this with books, I'll jump on it late and then get really into it. Joker, of course, is in here. Right? I thought I just... Yeah. Oh, are we having a flashback? No, we're not. No, we're not. So, get ready for Red Hood and the Outlaws, issue number 10. If you haven't been reading it, and you want something, maybe a little bit of a change of pace for DC, if you're just looking for another DC title to pick up, Red Hood and the Outlaws. There you go. Alright, next. X-Men Blue. It's been better than gold. It's not really saying a whole lot. But I like Cullen Bunn. I like where he's been. I like the art in this book. So I'm going to stick with it for a bit longer. And we're just going to kind of see where it goes. I mean, Sentinels everywhere. Sentinels. So. And the last book I picked up this week. Is this the A cover? This is the A cover for Action 979. We are 20 issues away from 1,000. I thought this was a cool cover. Mongol on the back there. Eradicator, Cyborg Superman, Lex. I mean, look at that. That is just an epic page right there. Good looking stuff. Good looking stuff. Alright, that's all the books. See, like I said, this was a pretty light week for me. Very happy about that. Hopefully I'll have a few more of these and I can fill in some back issues. That would be awesome to show. Feel like I was just like drowning in new books and not even enjoying some of them. So, big thanks to everybody who watched that live show. Definitely, though. You know, the people in the chat were helping me out with books. I was asking questions and opinions. Chat was on it. So, really enjoyed that. Okay, now we'll go through the comments from last week. First up, we got Apocalypse Comics. What's up, Apocalypse Comics? How's it going, man? Said, thanks, man. Another great haul on the list. Yep, keep up the great work. Hey, man, I appreciate it, Apocalypse. You have a good one, man. Next up, we got Ramiro Gomez. How is it going, my friend? Ramiro says, awesome haul, Jay. Yeah, that Extremity number 3 from Image. Have all 3, but haven't read them. I need to. You should. It's actually really good. I got that Sword Quest a quarter. I had to get it as well. Yeah, I mean, it was a quarter, right? My grabs are about the same except no Arrow. I stopped at issue 13. I don't blame you. It's either a book you want to stick with or you don't. And I'm on the fence about it all the time. It said, my free comic book deal of the day was my last comic shop I went to had $1 on decent back issues. Any comic, $3.99, just $1. No joke. Check my Comic Amino craziness deal. Okay, I'll check that out, Ramiro. Wow. Wow. Oh, here we got the Comic Buddha. Comic Buddha, I'm glad you posted, man, because I could not find your channel the other day. I was trying to find it to subscribe to you. So I will do that now. I see that you commented, so I appreciate that. Comic Buddha says, how's it going, Justin? Pretty good. Nice pickups. Batman and Secret Empire were my picks of the week. You can't go wrong with those, man. You cannot go wrong with those. I'm on the fence about Green Arrow, but this new storyline kit might keep me in, though. You know, and that's exactly what Ramiro just said, too. He stopped Green Arrow, so that's kind of, everybody's kind of on that fence with that story, with that whole arc that's really been going on with how they're presenting that character. It's good, but it's not like put it over the top good where you like really want to stay with it. You know, it might be something you might want to read later and trade. So I'm going to stick with it for a couple more issues and we'll see. Get through at least the current, maybe the next story arc, just depends. Comic Buddha goes on to say, one that I'm going to look for next week is Regression from Columbana Image. Yes. There was a lot of hype around that book. I haven't really heard that many reviews about it, though. So if you picked it up, let me know what you thought. Or maybe you did a video on it, and I'll check it on your channel. Alright, so keep up the great videos, man. Thanks a lot, Comic Buddha. I really appreciate it. Really enjoyed you having you in the chat the other morning, too. Holger Peterson. What's up, Holger? Holger says, hello, Justin. Better late than never. My favorite books for New Comic Book Day, 5/3/17, were Batman 22, mind-blowing. It really was. That was a solid book. And, of course, this coming week, we're going to be getting the Flash 22, which will be our conclusion to the 4-part button. And, of course, Jeff Johns earlier today announced that there's going to be a Doomsday Clock miniseries. So that'll definitely tie into everything with Rebirth, I'm sure. Let's see. Goes on to say Green Lanterns 22, Superman 22, Harley Quinn 19. Great action. Harley Quinn. Alright. Glad you're enjoying it, man. I just never really got into that book. And Secret Empire #1. Yeah, Secret Empire. Secret Empire 2 is already coming out. Free Comic Book Day issues I read so far are All New Guardians. It's alright. / Defenders. Yeah, that was a double book, wasn't it? That's why it was so thick. And Secret Empire / Spectacular Spider-Man. Right? That was actually the better one for me. I expected a little bit more, but I will keep reading this series anyway. Good job, man. Good job. I'm glad you're liking what you're reading. I definitely agree on Superman 22. Superman's probably been one of the strongest titles of all of the Rebirth. And I mean, Rebirth has had some really good titles, but Superman is right up there, man. Okay, next up, last but not least, we got a comic book villain. What is up, villain? It says, nice haul there, Justin, as always, my friend. Thank you very much. Well, the books I'm looking forward to reading this week, and there were a bunch of #1s that came out this week. They are Rocket #1. How was that? Mindbender #1. Mindbender, yeah, that looked crazy. Misfit City #1. Ronaldo Jones #1. This is the second volume of Ronaldo Jones, though, right? And the rest of my regular pickups: Detective, Action, Z Nation, All New Wolverine, bam, X-Men Blue, Weapon X, Sons of Anarchy. What season is that book in now? Or where does that book pick up? And Solar Flare #2. Solar Flare is pretty dang good, bro. If you haven't already, you should give this one a read. Well, Justin, until next time, my friend, laters. The comic book villain. Appreciate that, villain. Solar Flare. I think you mentioned that maybe to me before. I need to look at that book. I need to make a note and look at that book next week while I'm at the shop, or in a couple days when I'm at the shop. You know how that goes. Alright, everybody. That's all the comments. That's all the books that I had this week. So like I said, this one's definitely a shorter video. Definitely awesome. Oh, crap. I was going to show y'all something. I think you can see it up there. Maybe if I move my hand properly. I'm pointing to it. My finger is over it. I'll get it. I'm going to show it to you guys because I want you to see this awesomeness. It was at my shop. I had to pick it up. Invincible. The Invincible Mega Box action figure. From McFarlane Toys. You know, Image, Skybound, McFarlane. Really, really cool. I don't know. I just kind of had to pick it up. You don't see them. It was way cheaper than a Marvel Legend. So I was super happy with that. I was like, okay, I can make that. That was my cutoff for the price. I was like, all right, well, it's got to be super rare. You never see them, and if I'm gonna get it, I would be willing to pay what a Marvel Legend costs for it, right? But luckily, it was significantly lower than that. So I was very happy about that. That's why I went ahead and picked it up. So, very cool. Thought it was really, really cool. He's got extra hands, so you can switch those out. And I know there's the blue suit with the blood, and that one's like super rare and really like an $80 figure or whatever. But they did not have that one. So luckily they didn't have it, and I didn't have to ask how much they wanted for it. Which, if they did have it, I would have asked. So, but all right. So I wanted to show that off because I thought it was really, really cool. You don't see them every day, and I'm super happy to just have one. Really like Invincible. Got a new issue of Invincible coming out this week. There's only like 7 more issues to go before that series is over. Forever. Or for now. For now. We'll say for now. You can always restart it. Robert Kirkman, we believe in you. Alright, everybody. That's it. That's all the books. That's all the comments. So like, subscribe, do that kind of fun stuff. I really appreciate it. Leave a comment, like I've said, and I will go over it next week. Until then, though, definitely check us out, like I said, over at JLS Comics on Tuesday night for Tuesday's Comic Conversation, starting about 8:30 Eastern. It's a full night of comic book talk between JLS and ComicFrontline. There's like, I think Key Issues has one. There's shows everywhere. It's nuts. It is nuts. So, all right, everybody, have a good one. Like I said, yeah. I think I'm going to start trying to find some Uncanny X-Men back issues. And yeah, I'm not talking about old ones. I'm talking about in between like 312 and 350. Why would I be picking up those books? Let's find out soon, maybe. All right, have a good one, everybody. Thanks for watching.